thoughts after you were able to kind of dive in on this one last night?
Yeah, obviously they changed a little bit of their shot quality and the way they went about defending us, and so we have to make the adjustment. We have to be a little bit better on defense, and then a little bit better on the offensive end versus our switch attack and their physicality.
They obviously took a lot more threes last night. The variance there that comes with 3-pointers. How do you take away some of that variance when a team wants to launch them like they seemed to last night?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got a better closeouts, take away the ones in transition. I think we gave up 12, like 4 or 5 open ones in transition. And then reading their drives, they're still driving the ball, and we got to do a good job of reading the drives. And when it's a non-threatening, work to get out, and when it is threatening, fight for multiple efforts. So, it's definitely a test of that, and we can definitely be better on that end of the field.
A lot of their makes are over soft closeouts, kind of stop short, take away the driving lane. Is there a way to do that where you can bother them a little bit more on the shot, or is that kind of how you expect it?
Yeah, you just got to close out better. Got to close out better, close out more, better high hand. You just got to do it better.
They put a couple of different presses on the front court. Things like that designed to disrupt your rhythm, both on offense and defense.
Yeah, I mean, disrupt the rhythm to have us try to start our actions later in the shot clock. I think that's the test of switching, pressing, aggressive defenses. You got to fight through space earlier. You got to get into your actions quicker because it may take a second or a third one to break down the defense.
Back to that variance question. You kind of held firm all year on some of the guys who aren't making as many threes and half to half even coming back down to earth a little bit. But in a situation like this, where it is a series, where it is a little bit shorter, how much do you live and die by those guys maybe making or missing in a shorter scenario like this?
I mean, after every game, you always got to go back to what are the things you can control first. That's the most important thing. And we can control our offensive execution, we can control our transition defense, and we can control a decent percentage of those threes. And so that's the first step, is always going back to taking away the things that you can control, and then being ready to, like I said, every game takes on a life of its own. And game 1 and game 2 were 2 completely different games. And so you have to be ready in the middle of the game to make those quick adjustments, whether it's individual or whether it's as schematically on both ends of the floor.
If you could go back, would you have switched anything up looking back at how that game went, or are you going to kind of stay with the approach defensively?
I mean, looking back, you're always going to want to do things better to look back. The idea is to make the decision knowing that you can't look back. At the end of the day, there's a process towards the way we played. We made some adjustments. They outplayed us on the offensive end. And we found, the small schematic areas that we know we can be better at.
Go into some of the offensive lapses, I guess, we guys saw into in the game, or just the difficulty exploiting mismatches, I guess, specifically.
Yeah, I mean, anytime a team is switching and more physicality, you have to fight to exploit those, with more purpose and with more physicality. And sometimes it takes a second or a third layer. And so it's just recognizing those second and third layers earlier so that we can get to them earlier in the shot clock. But he played the whole second. So.
Which is what he usually does for Vente.
No, he usually comes out at 8 of the second quarter and then back in at 4. Yeah, with like 2 minutes.
When you took him out, sometimes you'll have a guy run.
Yeah.
And you'll say, I let him run because he was going.
Yeah, more just kind of seeing how the game is going. Understanding we still want to use our depth, but I think he played the whole second, which he doesn't normally do during the regular season, so that was kind of the play there. And then just finding areas to get small moments of rest and take advantage of different lineups.
How much did Chris Stepp's foul trouble play into his difficulty getting rhythm?
I don't know if the foul trouble was there. I think it's just recognizing the coverages and the matchups that he has and being able to hit those solutions quicker. They're doing a good job of changing some of that, but they're also doing a good job of just being physical. And so we have to work through that physicality. Again, it comes down to the simple things under higher duress, and we just have to be better at those.
How's Luke doing?
He's doing good. I think he got on the court a little bit today, and so we'll find out more tomorrow how he kind of responds to that.
Any other injury issues?
Nope, we're good.
Final question for Joe.
Is there anything else you saw? Teams haven't had a lot of success kind of knocking the ball away from Chris like they did. And you said switching, certainly something like that you saw.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously fighting to anytime a post entry, you want to get it closer to the basket. So I think it's all coincided. I think switching, the reason why people do it, because it slows you down. It makes the 2-on-1s, a lot longer to see, and you have to fight for those. And so every layer of that has to be better. The initial screen has to be better. The seal has to be better. Catching the pass closer to the scoring area has to be better. The pass has to be better. So, just those things, they test your discipline to be better at all those little things. Thank you.